Hey y'all, T-Ham141 here, and today we're talking about raising chicks off grid. Say hi. Stick around. All right, y'all, we're back, and Wendy and I just got back from Tractor Supply Company. We went ahead and purchased us 12-day-old Orpingtons. Now, this is a breed of chicken that is very cold hardy. They tend to go broody once they get older, which is one of the pluses for us because we want a self-perpetuating flock. I know right now it's quite easy to go out and purchase chicks every year, but we really like it when we see one of our chickens running around with day-old, week-old chicks following her around. Okay, so now these were listed as Orpingtons. We prefer buff Orpingtons. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what these are. I don't like to get white chickens because the hawks can see them from miles away. It makes it awful hard for them to hide in the brush as we free range our chickens. But our main challenge here on the homestead is electricity.
Ricky, they're mommy's babies.
We can't do heat lamps because every bit of electricity that we make from either the sun or the generators, which cost gas, is precious. We have to be very aware, being off grid, of what we use our electricity on, what we choose to use it on. It's not like we are hooked to the grid and can just use an unlimited supply without thinking about it, which would be nice, but that's not the way we chose to do things. So we can't do heat lamps. Heated brooders that run off electricity because of the same concerns. So what we do is we use the wood stove to keep them warm. We set the bin up. We use a clear bin so they get plenty of light. I drill holes in the top of the bin, only half of the top. The reason I only cover half of it with holes is because the other side will hold in heat, and when it gets a little chilly first thing in the morning, when it's cooled down a little bit, you will see the chicks hovering towards that side without the holes, and just staying in that area a little more. The problem with using a wood stove to keep the chicks warm is it keeps us warm too. And normally that wouldn't be a problem, but this time of year, for instance, as I'm recording the soundtrack for this, it's 60 degrees out. And I'm sweating in my kitchen. It is warm in here. And I've got the fire down as low as I can go. If I take it any lower, it'll just go out and won't do anybody any good. We also have the door open to let a breeze in, but the chicks are protected from that breeze and drafts by the bin. They are doing really good. We've had them for about 5 days now. We have not lost any. So now Wendy and I, because I can't sleep when it's 85 degrees in the house, so we are running fans. It does cost us a little more electricity by running the fans at night. We have the small DC fans that you would use camping and such. And they really work great just to keep that breeze on your face and so you can breathe at night. But right now the chicks are our main concern. In the chicks' water, we use apple cider vinegar. We just put a little splash of apple cider vinegar in there, and that's going to take care of 90% of what we call pasty butt, where the poop all sticks to the butt. That is when that happens when a chick doesn't have the right gut enzymes. It kind of gives it the runs, and then it sticks to the butt, and then it plugs up. We have in the past, when we were first starting out, lost chicks to pasty butt. We didn't know what we were doing, and it binds them up. They cannot poop through that mat that is left on their butt. So what you do if they get pasty butt is you would take and some lukewarm water on a paper towel and kind of soak it. We like to handle our chicks. We like to let them hear our voice and all that. Maybe that's the reason the chickens follow me around so much. Not to mention I'm the guy who brings the food. So we use the apple cider vinegar to prevent pasty butt. But if we get a chick with pasty butt, we just take and soften that up with some lukewarm water on a paper towel and just peel that off. We don't pull it off. It kind of wipes off as it comes. As it softens up, it wipes off easier. Now, how do we deal with the smell of chicks in our house? There is very little to no smell of chicks in our house because we clean the bedding regularly. Every morning we take off the lid to give them fresh water and apple cider vinegar and fresh food. They go through a lot of food at this time. Eat and sleep and poop is all they do, and pee. Every morning I take that lid off and give them food and water, and I can get a real quick estimate of how the smell is because I don't want them to be smelling the ammonia or whatever it would be either, because that can't be good for their little lungs. So I take and we change the bedding regularly, and that keeps the smell right down. Now, once they get big enough that they're starting to get cramped, I like to make sure they have plenty of room. We can either split them into 2 bins or put them in a bigger bin. Once they start getting feathers, body feathers, so that they can keep warm, by then it will be into mid-April, and we will be able to move them to an outside pen that is closed in and perfect for keeping young chickens. We don't put them in with our chickens until we are sure that they are old enough to survive the pecking order trials that will go on. Guys, that's about it. We use a wood stove to keep our chicks alive. And these were day-old chicks, and as you can see in the video, they are doing fine. They are chirping and playing and pecking at each other and just loving life as they should. I want all my animals to have a really good life. We might be coming back to you a little later on with some meat chicken, and it'll be the same deal, except hopefully it'll be a little warmer outside and we won't need to run the wood stove. So yeah, guys, for now, if you got any value out of this video, click like and subscribe below. I'll put any information that is relevant down in the description. There's links to other videos that you might like. I'll link to the playlist for our animals, which gives more on our chickens and our cats, and we'll be getting pigs soon. So check it out, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know every time we come out with new content. Y'all have a great day. God bless, and love those little chicks while you can. They grow up so fast.